She snapped a photo of the poster on her phone, making a mental note to send it to Tristan, her oldest friend and ex-dance partner. Connor Knight was exactly his type as well. Unfortunately for Tristan, based on what those women were saying, she suspected Connor wasn't gay. Smiling to herself, she paused as she saw the time on her phone. Claudia was officially half an hour late. Stella couldn't wait any longer. The talk started in 5 minutes. Clutching the guide to her chest, Stella inhaled deeply and plunged into the labyrinth of people. She hunched her shoulders to make herself small. As a slim redhead with green eyes and a healthy dose of freckles, she was used to attracting attention, usually from men, but today she wanted to blend in. She brushed past a young tattooed girl talking to an older woman in a floral kaftan. Sidestepping a Sikh gentleman and a Hell's Angel comparing cameras, she narrowly missed getting crushed between a large bearded man leaning in to hug a goth. Wedding photographers were a varied bunch. She yearned to belong among their ranks. Stella pushed into the vast conference hall, scanning the packed room for free seats. 2 chairs lay covered by a greedy brown raincoat. "Sorry, are those—" "Taken." Swearing under her breath, she straggled up the aisle, her gaze sweeping over the room. "There! 2 empty seats!" She snapped into action, dancing around the bodies between her and her goal. A yelp of triumph, Stella flung her bag onto the chairs, only to realise another woman had also been heading for them. "Sorry," she said automatically. The woman she'd beaten had elfin proportions, her white hair cut short like a pixie. Stella estimated her age at mid to late 50s. The woman leaned on a closed umbrella, using it as a walking stick. Stella couldn't take the seats. Her Italian mother would be livid. "Il rispetto che ricevi è pari a quello che hai dato," she always said. "The respect you get is measured by the respect you give." Stella had been hardwired to do the right thing, even if she failed more often than she succeeded. "You take them. I'll find somewhere else," she said, picking up a bag. "Oh, love, I only need the one. You can sit next to me," the woman said with a strong Welsh lilt. At least Stella had given up the seats for a compatriot. "I have a friend coming. It's okay." "Do I detect a hint of Cardiff in your accent?" "Good ear. Most people can't pick it out." "Yes, I'm a regular Sherlock Holmes, me." She laughed, a warm, tinkling sound that complimented her fairy-like stature. "Well, I better—" Stella slung her bag over her shoulder and restarted her search. "Thank you, lovely," the woman called after her. Eventually, Stella found a pair of seats together at the back, middle of the row, behind 2 giants. She texted her location to Claudia and pulled out her new notebook and pen. "Connor Knight Talk," she wrote at the top of a clean page, underlining it twice. She drew a box around it for good measure. The lights dimmed. A tingle of excitement ran up her spine. The hubbub of conversation petered out as the opening drum beats of Robbie Williams's "Let Me Entertain You" exploded from the loudspeakers. Heart pounding to the music, Stella couldn't believe she was here, finally starting her new career as a professional wedding photographer. 2 ceiling-height screens on either side of the stage flared to life. A figure appeared, black against the white digital backdrop. As the music galloped towards the first chorus, the silhouette swaggered down the centre of the stage. Whoops and screams filled the air. One of the giants in front of her wept. Stella huffed and shook her head. The figure reached the front. Arms held wide, Connor Knight struck a pose in the spotlight, tapping his foot to the beat and twitching his fingers, inviting the crowd to scream louder. Stella's jaw fell open and she leaned forward in her seat. She stared at the screens where his face was magnified. If Michelangelo had worked with blood and bone instead of marble, he might have created something like this man. Sharp, high cheekbones curved down into a stubbled jawline. His eyes were green-grey, or blue-grey? Either way, his eyes were grey, like a stormy sky, and the hair, rich chestnut locks cut just long enough to allow some curls to start showing at the ends. Her eyes finally came to rest on his mouth, full lips, now quirked in a cocky, lopsided grin that reminded her of Matthew McConaughey in every role he ever played.